Yes.
You can hear you?
Yes. Yes. That's the point.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Let's settle in. We're going to get started in just a second here. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to ACM's Fall Open House. Before we get started with introductions and other stuff, for all of you who are new to ACM or are not on our mailing list yet, here's our QR code for our mailing list. Please scan this and we'll send everyone updates on future ACM stuff. All right, so first up, a quick little overview of what ACM is. So as you can see with our helpful little diagram, ACM is a huge computer science organization nationally. They're the people who are in charge of handing out lots of awards and hosting symposiums for research papers. But ACM at UIUC is actually a student chapter of the national version of ACM. ACM at UIUC is the largest student chapter of ACM. And under ACM at UIUC, we have two big groups, our SIGs, which are our special interest groups, and our committees, which you will be hearing a little bit about in just a second here.
Right, but what's it really mean for ACM at UIUC? And what are we physically? So physically, we have 3 rooms within Siebel Center for Computer Science. That's something that not a lot of clubs have. We have 3 rooms, they're open most of the time. We have a lot of cool people hanging out, doing a lot of cool things. Please do come by, please say hi. We don't bite. We'd love to see you all, and we'd love to meet you guys on a daily basis.
And before we fully get started here, we'd of course like to ask you to support ACM at UIUC. It's by becoming an ACM paid member, you've received perks such as swipe access, access to resume book, printer, etc., as well as the ability to potentially lead SIGs. There is a one-time cost of $20 that lasts a lifetime, and the cost per year is $0. So if you would like to become an ACM paid member, there is the link right there, go.acm.illinois.edu/membership. Woohoo!
All right, now for a quick set of introductions as to who us 4 are. Hi, everyone. My name is Dia. I am the current chair of ACM. I am a junior studying computer science, and I'm so excited to meet all of you. Also, just for convenience, our Discord tags are listed here. That's probably the best way to get in communication with us, as well as emailing us.
Hi, I'm Aiden. I'm vice chair of ACM. I'm a junior in CS, and yes, that is my Discord. Reach out whenever.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dev. I'm the treasurer, and I am a sophomore in CS. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about ACM. Email and Discord are right there.
Hey, everyone. My name is Abhived. I'm a sophomore in CS plus philosophy. I'm the secretary of ACM here, and I don't have a cool Discord name like Shaquille O'Neal, but I have Abhived Pulapaka where y'all can reach out to me.
Alrighty, so for the first part of Open House, we're going to start by talking about the committees. The committees are a super important part of ACM. We have a bunch of committees. Oh, spacebar. Yep, a bunch of super cool committees. These committees do a lot of really, really cool, important work. They're really cool people. Without me ranting for too long, I'm going to hand it over to my first committee, or our first committee, corporate.
Hey everyone, I'm Manish Meka. I'm an MCS student and I'm the chair of the corporate committee. So the corporate committee is essentially the official point of contact for our corporate sponsors. It's how we connect with companies and how we get sponsorship money from these companies so we can host some events and keep ACM running. So some of the things that you can do in corporate committee, you can help us host our company events, collaborate with the company recruiters throughout the process. send out resources to students for both like full-time roles or internships to kind of help them in their career process. And oftentimes this could just be in the form of these events and companies explaining and like demystifying the interview process. We also meet new recruiters a lot, mostly like, through LinkedIn or email, or sometimes a member of ACM gets us in contact with them. And so we collect their contacts, we get in touch with them, and you learn like the valuable skill of networking, which will go a long way. And lastly, we fulfill our corporate contact sponsorship packages. We offer several different packages, and the benefits for these companies will range depending on how much they'd like to pay for their sponsorship. And we send a semesterly resume book to all the corporate sponsors, which contains the resumes of our paid ACM members. So yeah, if you have any questions for me, you can reach out to me via my email. There should also be a QR code in the top left. Seems like that got cut out. You can reach out to me afterwards at my booth, and I'll give you the QR code if you're interested in corporate committee. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jacob,
And my name's Hassam.
and we're ACM Infrastructure Committee. So our goal is to design and maintain all of the services that ACM uses, and a lot of what our SIGs use. We manage our website. We do a bunch of other fun projects that Hassam will talk about. It's really great because you can get, if you're a freshman, you're kind of new, and you're trying to figure out some projects to do. We have a bunch of stuff that can really be a boost to your resume. And also new for this year, we're starting to get companies to come into infra, and they'll talk about the design of their backend and what makes their stuff interesting. That's the wrong direction.
My bad. Anyway, ACM has a lot of members. We do a lot of things. We're sort of the backbone for everything that ACM does. And with that comes a lot of technology that we have to build. We've got people, we're looking for people in a lot of different roles. We're working on an in-house cloud compute cluster so that if you want to run a job or something like that as an ACM member, you can do that. We need people for web dev and front end. If you looked at the ACM website, that's all us. If you looked at some of the ACM tools that we have available, that's all us. We need people to help build those. We also have a lot of sysadmin work that we need to do. Things break, things go down, people need to fix them. And if you're interested in getting more like hands-on experience, like what is it like to be a dev on a real project, we can absolutely provide that. And then lastly, we build systems. We need people to help us build those systems. We have a lot of really cool teams. You should apply. We're looking for great people. We do great things. It'll get you great experience on your resume.
Yeah.
Infra.
Thank you, Infra.
Scan our QR code.
Up next, we have marketing.
Thank you. Also, everybody in the back, please feel free to come down. There are multiple seats like near the sides. But if you just want to chill in the back, feel free to do that too. All right, so we see a lot of you here. Can you raise your hand if you're a freshman? Woo! Can the upperclassmen give a round of applause to the freshmen? Thank you guys all for coming. Yeah. And so I think the question is, how did you hear about open house? Can you raise your hand if you heard about open house in your classes? No? Kind of? Corporate list? Something? Can somebody raise their hand and tell us how you guys heard about this? Yes. Discord server. All right. Yes. And first off, I love that. Second off, such is the power of marketing committee. We get people who aren't even from this university.
Yeah, so all of these different methods of communication and all of our social media and different flyers, that's all the efforts of the marketing committee.
Yeah.
So basically as marketing committee, we are less in the sense of marketing traditionally, but more of trying to create a network of students and also different student-led activities and events so that interested members of the student body are able to participate and experience a lot of different cool events, from like social events to different like networking and corporate events.
Yeah, so essentially you guys are all told, I'm sure, to get involved. And the question is, how do you get involved? Marketing means that you don't have to pigeonhole yourself into one club, because we work across different student RSOs and all the SIGs and committees to get information pushed out. So if there's an event, you're actually one of the first people to know. And that's one of our major selling points. So we meet.
Yeah, so we meet every week on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 in the ACM room. And yeah, so currently right now, we're looking for graphic designers and also students interested in creative or copywriting, because a lot of marketing involves trying to communicate information in creative, interesting, but also clear and concise ways.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in that, we're going to have a form that's sent out at the end of all the committee presentations, and you just fill out the part for marketing. Also, yeah, you guys can come on down. We have plenty of seating. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, marketing. Up next is mentorship. Also, for all of you standing up at the back there, please feel free to fill in the seats up here. We're doing dismissal for food based off of like where you're sitting. So just give yourself a better chance by sitting down so you can get pizza earlier. You can talk about the slide. I'll talk about after. Before we do these slides.
Hello, everyone.
Should we wait? Okay. You want to start?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Somya. I'm a senior in computer science, and I'm one of the mentorship co-chairs. My other co-chair is Ramina. So essentially what we're doing with mentorship this year is our mentor-mentee program. Basically, if you are a freshman, we will match you up with an upperclassman, so you can have someone to ask about just general advice about like life, classes, and all of that. The other thing that you kind of get out of that is learning more about like things you typically wouldn't just from your classes. You can explore potential career paths, and it's a great way to start getting involved with the ACM community. We put our emails up there, and the QR code scans to a link tree, which will give you our mentor and mentee applications. So if you're an upperclassman, that's there for you. And if you're a freshman, our mentee application is also on there. I say application, there's no like selection process. We will basically just do our best to match everyone up.
Yeah, so just a little bit about what this entails too. Like in the summer, we did run this program kind of with mentors and mentees being matched up, and we matched, as she said, upperclassmen with underclassmen, and we ran some workshops virtually. So we ran some on research and internships, for example, on more specific topics. And then we also ran general ones like intro to ACM, intro to mentorship, and just getting them more acclimated to the college environment. Some ones that we're gonna do this coming fall are more in person. Since we're on campus, we're gonna match mentors and mentees and hopefully have more in-person events like socials, workshops continued, and more hybrid events as well. And speaking of events, we have one tomorrow in collaboration with WCS, that's Women in Computer Science. So we're doing a CS plus X panel. So if you're a CS plus X major, we're gonna have some panelists speak from every single CS plus X major, so you can get an idea of what those entail. And then, yeah, that's just in collaboration with ACM and WCS. That's tomorrow, 6 to 8 p.m. And we look forward to seeing your signups for our program as well.
Yeah. One last thing, if you don't feel like filling out the application right now, come see us after. We'll just grab your email, send out an email with the link so you'll have them for later.
Thank you.
All right, up next we have social. Hello? Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Hello, hello, hello. Raise your hand if you guys are on the Discord server at all. Okay, great to know. So I'm assuming you guys have seen the announcements for events such as Field Day, Social Hour, and our collaborative events with WCS, right? Well, our committee is essentially the brain power behind all of those events. We are the social committee. A quick introduction. Hi, I'm AG. I'm the social co-chair.
Hi, I'm Sai. I'm the other co-social chair.
And so our committee runs a bunch of events for ACM throughout the course of the school year. Some of the stuff that we've run in the past, aside from ACM Welcome Week, include our weekly social hour. Every year we have an ACM Halloween party. In the past, we've run a collaborative barn dance with SWE and other engineering co-orgs. And in the spring, we run a joint semi-formal with WCS. Basically, the objective of our committee is to, one, make sure that students touch grass, but also to actively participate in a community that they actively, just to make sure that they meet new people and are able to actively participate in a community that they care about. With that, I'll pass it to Sai.
Thank you. Yeah, so social committee, again, we do a lot of activities, right? Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering what's in it for me, what are my responsibilities when I'm part of social committee, right? Well, when you do join social committee, right? First of all, we have meetings Sundays from 1 to 2 p.m., right? In the ACM room. These meetings, we generally just talk about planning for our various events and then just brainstorming things that we can possibly do, right? Now, when you join social committee, we do understand that you guys are students. Everyone here is a student. Everyone here has a life outside of their major, a life outside of ACM. And so we try to be as flexible as possible as a committee. And so when you guys show up to social comm, our meetings, right? Generally your responsibilities are to help us brainstorm ideas. And then the day of the event, help set things up and run it, right? And so if you guys are interested, please fill out the QR code that's going to be shown for committees. And if you also are interested, feel free to contact me and AG and then show up to our booth right after this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Social. Up next is Hack Illinois.
All right, without further ado, I guess let's just play the clip. Woo! Hack Illinois, let's go, let's go. All right, so, oh, don't play the clip again. All right, so, yeah, hello, we're Hack Illinois, the premier hackathon at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. Let's talk about us. And now that you already got a little bit of a glimpse through our video about who we are and what we do, let's talk about what we do behind the scenes.
Yes, so we have a very dedicated staff that helps to ensure that we have a successful hackathon. So our staff is made up of 5 different teams. Let's talk about them. First up, we have outreach. So outreach helps maintain ties with our companies and sponsors to help secure funding for each event and make Hack Illinois possible. Next, we have experience. Experience does all the event organization and logistics and planning. This includes getting mentors and judges, as well as organizing our workshops. We also have systems. Systems maintains all of the technical infrastructure behind Hack Illinois. This includes the website, the API, the iOS and Android apps, you name it. Next, we have marketing. Marketing helps plan all of our promotional content, as well as help collaborate with external organizations, some of which you guys may have seen in the video. And finally, we have design. Design helps out with all of our branding, graphics, and UI UX behind Hack Illinois Media.
And together with our teams, we have advanced Hacklinoid to be the largest student-run hackathon in the Midwest. And we are looking and we're striving to advance the hackathon experience to the best extent possible. And through the projects that we do, we also hope to simultaneously advance our skills tenacity and skill with the work that we do. So
yeah, be sure to apply using our QR code above. Applications close tomorrow, September 6th. Make sure to use the special code ACM so that we know that you guys saw us here first. If you want to learn more about us, or if you guys have any general questions, check out our informational website, info.hacklinoid.org.
We can wait a second if you want to take a picture or at least memorize the links, because info.hacklinoid.org, I think you can memorize that. But yeah, take a picture. And then, for those of you interested in our event, as an attendee, I guess we can put the next slide. Just stay tuned because we have a lot of exciting things planned for you in Hacklinoid 2024. Whether you're new to the space or a seasoned programmer, we can assure you there's a lot to look forward to in the spring. Thank you very much. Check us out after the presentations and enjoy your open house.
Up next, we have reflections projections. Hello, everyone. Okay, can I start with getting a raise of hands for people who have plans on the week of September 18th? Okay, now a raise of hands people who don't have plans that week. Okay, well, regardless of what you said, I have new plans for you. Hi, everyone. I'm Devanshi. I'm the marketing chair for RP this year.
My name is Atharva. I'm the co-director for RP.
And I'm Saloni, and I'm the other co-director for RP.
So what is RP? RP is primarily a technology conference that aims to bring together industry and academia. This means that we bring in speakers, professionals who are at the leaders of their industry, and academics and other professors who are pioneers in their field to talk about the various innovations and research that they're working towards. In addition to this, we also have corporate sponsors and corporate events where companies will talk about their technology and their tech stacks and also serve as an opportunity to recruit at these companies. We also have a career fair, a hackathon, a puzzle hunt competition, and free food and swag.
So who is RP for? Well, do you have a phone? Do you use technology? Do you know what technology is? Have you heard of it? Well, then it's for you. RP welcomes anyone and everyone, regardless of your major. We want you there and we welcome you.
So as a reminder, it's September 18th to 22nd, the whole week. Scan that QR code to reach our website. You'll be able to register. It's a really quick and easy way. And yeah, follow us on UIUC RP. And we're going to send out some swag right now. And we'll have more swag at our booths if you have any questions as well.
All right, raise your hand if you want some swag.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Up next, we have our grad committee.
All right. Hello, everyone. So starting this year, I've spawned up the graduate committee. My name is Sam. I'm a first-year PhD, but I did my undergraduate here as well the previous years. Right now, after this slide, you're going to see a bunch of awesome presentations from a ton of very cool SIGs. All these SIGs work on huge projects and eventually also start getting into research and start working on research papers, if that's kind of like their deal. We want to start being more connected with those SIGs and getting them connected with graduate students, professors, and labs. So if you want to help out, talking to SIGs, seeing what their research needs are, we're also going to start doing socials with the CS Graduate Student Organization to get grad students talking with undergrads if you want to help with those socials. And if you have connections with professors or other labs, come fill out the form and join the graduate committee. It would be great to have you. Who here is considering grad school or is already in grad school? Great. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So that's all I have for grad committee. We're just starting out, and I love to get things going and get tons of research integrated with all of our SIGs.
Thank you, Sam. Bring them up. All right, so for all of you waiting for our committee applications, here is our Linktree link to find our committee applications. We're going to leave this up here for a few seconds so everyone can take a picture of that. Also, in the meantime, for all of our lovely attendees who are standing all the way in the back, please come forward and fill in some of the seats we have. We have a ton of seats here in the middle and over to the right. I promise no one here bites. They're all just here for ACM open house. It's a great way to get to know your fellow CS students. And as a quick reminder, this is also how we're going to be doing dismissal for pizza based off of where you're sitting. So if you're in the back, you just get dismissed later. So moving up front gives you a better chance. For those of you still standing, there's plenty of open seats, so feel free to find one. All right. I'll give him like 10 seconds because I want to run. Okay, I think we're good. All right, up next, we're going to be hearing a little bit from all of our SIGs. Our SIGs are our special interest groups. They are the organizations within ACM that are really focused on special sub areas of computer science. So up first, we have SIG Ada.
Big data, machine learning, blockchain, artificial intelligence, digital manufacturing, big data analysis, quantum communication, and Internet of Things के R&D को बढ़ावा. Big data, machine learning, blockchain, artificial intelligence, digital manufacturing, big data analysis, quantum communication, and Internet of Things के R&D को बढ़ावा.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashan Singh. I'm a sophomore computer science major, and I'm in charge of projects this year under Sigeda. So projects are going to be a little different this year. We're going to break it up into beginner and advanced, and we're going to be taking a lot of the content that you're going to learn from Jacob and Jeffrey under applied and theory, and we're actually going to be putting it into industry standard stuff that you're going to be building. We're going to be focusing on natural language processing, computer vision, deep learning, and a lot more. The projects are for everybody. Whether you are someone who just knows any programming language or someone taking CS 598, doesn't really matter. You will find a place where you can do some work at Ada. And what we plan to do is we plan to scale all of the projects to a scale to like a level where you can put it on your resume. You can even scale it further. We want to make Ada like a lab where you can actually develop really cool stuff, work with other labs on campus, work with other SIGs, work with different moving parts within the campus, and just build something cool.
Hey everyone. Hey everyone, my name is Jeffrey. I'm a junior studying computer science, and this year I'm leading the Applied AI lecture series. In these lectures, we're going to try to let you guys experience how AI is used to solve problems. During the first week, we're going to look into what kinds of problems you should be using to solve with AI, because not every problem should be used. Not every problem should be solved using AI. You know, people blindly train AI to try to model the stock market and make money, and that doesn't work as well as you think it would. I'm also going to talk a little bit about how to land a big tech, AI-related big tech internship. During these lectures, we're going to try to get you through the problem-solving cycle of starting with an AI problem, identifying what problems should be solved with AI, and ending up with architecting an AI solution. After these lectures, we want you to be ready, and we will be ready to start your first AI project. And for the more advanced participants, we're going to show you guys how real-world big tech companies architect and solve challenging AI problems. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jake, different from the intro Jake, obviously. So for this year, along with Jeffrey and Deshaun, I'm a SIG-ADA co-admin, and I'm running a SIG-ADA theory series. So a lot of this is going to be learning how modern ML technique works. You can obviously throw something together in Python or PyTorch in a day, but why certain models are better than others and how things work under the hood is actually really important, especially if you want to do cutting edge research projects, either through us or through, in other top labs here or anywhere else. I'm going to assume a little bit of familiarity with calculus, i.e. Like it's all fun and games until gradient comes up, but it won't be too difficult on the math. And for advanced participants, we'll actually bring in a few labs to talk about their work here, and you can talk about kind of cutting edge research with us, with each other, and with some PhD students and professors here. All right, so in terms of logistics, kind of for people new to ML, we're going to have meetings on 6 days from Wednesday, starting next week. The location is still to be announced. Dev is currently approaching facilities and services with a baseball bat, and their kneecaps may have some trouble until they give us a room that can fit everyone who wants to come. But if you want to come for more applied stuff, go earlier in the day. If you want to come for some more theory, come later in the day. You can come to as much or as little as you want. For advanced meetings, we're going to do 7 to 8 on Tuesdays in ECB 3015. We're going to rotate between a bunch of stuff. But our first meeting is going to go over some initial projects that Ishan has whipped up. If you want to get in touch with us, join our Discord, go.acm.illinois.edu/ADA Discord, or contact me, or Jeffrey, or Ishan. All right.
Thank you, SIG-ADA. Up next, we have SIG-ARC.
All right. Hi, everybody. We are SIG-ARC. I'm Aditya. This is Noel. ML stuff is great, but you need to run it on hardware eventually. That's why NVIDIA makes money. And that's some of the stuff we talk about. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with what computer architecture is, it's the study of how you actually build a CPU and build a computer starting at the hardware level. It's a very, very interesting field. It's very, very ripe for picking right now. Moore's law has sort of come to an end. That's the law that we can fit double the computing power into the same area about every 18 months. So the field is ripe for new innovations in how to better design these things to make them go faster. So Noel will talk more about this and give you an example. Thanks.
All right, so I know what you guys are all thinking. You guys signed up to be CS majors to learn how to write software. And obviously hardware is important, but that can be someone else's job, right? Like that's why we have an ECE department. But actually, this is something you need to at least know about as well, because knowing how the hardware works can make you better software engineers because it'll help you write faster code. So we don't really have time to like stop and let you think here, but up above, I have 2 code snippets, okay? And so what they're doing, I'm just gonna explain real quick. So there are these things called for loops, and for loops are a way of telling the computer you want to run a piece of code multiple times. So in this case, what we want to do is we want to go through a list, which we're calling A, and we want to sum up every item in the list. And so the question we're trying to ask here is it faster to sum every item individually, or is it faster to sum 2 items at a time into different counters and then add those counters together at the end? So just by a show of hands, who thinks the first one is going to be faster? Okay, who thinks the second one's going to be faster? All right, so it's a lot of hands for the second one. And I'm guessing that you would go with it because it looks fancier. But to answer this question, actually, you can't do it just given what we've shown you. To answer this question, you need to look inside the computer. Except this phone is off now, so I need you to change the slide. Yeah, okay. So the answer is it really depends what hardware we're running this on, what's going to run faster, because it depends how many addition operations we can do at a time. So for this question, we were assuming we were using an AMD Zen 2 processor. It doesn't really matter what that means. What matters is this processor has 2 adders in it that we can use in parallel. So in the first case, what we need to do is we need to take A1, add it to our counter, which we were calling S, and repeat that every time for every element in the list. But in the second case, what we can do is we can add A at I and A at I plus 1 to the counters S0 and S1 in parallel, and then add them together at the end, which means the second piece of code is going to run roughly twice as fast, given this very, very simplified model. Turns out computers are actually very complicated things. So yeah, it's not actually going to be 2 times as fast, but it is going to be faster, right? And this is like an important thing to know. So yeah. If you're interested in learning about things like that and just how computers work in general and how you can write code that's going to best utilize the underlying hardware, come to SIGARC. This is the QR code to join our Discord. We have meetings on Tuesdays, and we're getting a workshop series started going on Saturday where we're going to actually try and implement some stuff. Yeah.
Thank you, SIGARC. Up next, we have SIGCHI.
Is this working?
It should be working.
Okay. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Aditi, and I am one of the co-chairs for SIGCHI, which is a special interest group for human-computer interaction. If you don't know what human-computer interaction is, it's basically the intersection of technology and people. So think the Walmart checkout kiosks, your Alexas, and smart fridge. All of those fall under HCI. Even Pokemon Go, all ARG games fall under that. So we learn about HCI through making actual projects. Every year we choose one project and we work on it. And if you're like, maybe like, I don't know if I'll be interested, our projects cover a wide variety of technical interests. For example, if you look at the ECEB kiosks that we made, if you've been in the ECE building, you might have seen them. Those require hardware, software, and even some game design with Unity. And our Melodic Eyes project, which is our most recent project, required hardware, front-end development, UI, UX. Basically, if you have an interest, our projects probably cover them. And the best part about it is you don't need to have any experience. I didn't have any experience. My co-chair didn't have any experience with any of this when we came in. So if you're interested in technology that people work with, you should join SIGCHI. We have weekly meetings 6 to 7, and you can join our Discord server. Join our Discord server. And if you join and introduce yourself, you get a chance to win a free SIGCHI t-shirt. The same amazing t-shirt that I'm wearing, you get a chance to wear it. So just if it sounds interesting to you, join our Discord server. And even if it's not really, you still want the free t-shirt, so you should join anyways. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Sig Kai. Up next, we have Sig Ecom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bhargav Sampathkumaran, and I'm here representing SIG Ecom. So SIG Ecom is the special interest group in economics and computation. And the topics we really cover are anything that's even slightly related to economics or computation. Things like cryptocurrencies, game theory, pricing schemes, and all that pizzazz. So if you have any interest in CS or economics or even political science like voting and gerrymandering, SIG Ecom is a SIG that's for you. Our meetings are on Mondays, and they're going to be at Everett Lab, room 2310 from 6 to 7 p.m. First one is this coming Monday, so make sure to show up. Some of the activities that we participate in include, especially last year, we collaborated with SIG ADA to participate in the IMC Prosperity Competition, which is essentially a stock market simulation, and the Citadel Terminal Competition, which is essentially a algorithmic game competition, tower defense specifically. We also do a lot of simulations of games. So one example is poker. We learned about the game theory behind poker. Then we actually played against a poker AI algorithm. And we have academic discussions. We also have rigorous proofs of Nash equilibriums and things like that, if you like things to be more on the mathematical side. And we have a lot more. We also are having a giveaway today. So this is essentially a giveaway that we're going to be running at the SIG Ecom booth at the table presentations. You'll be able to scan this QR code, and then you'll guess a number between 1 and 100, an integer. And whoever is closest to guessing half the average of everyone else's guess gets to win a free book about the future of money, including cryptocurrencies and how central banks are trying to catch up. And with that ado, feel free to join SIG Ecom. We have an interest form here to select topics that you might be interested in. We also have a QR code to join our Discord server. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, we have game builders.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jackie, and this year I'm going to be one of the co-leads for game builders. So we are a special interest group focused in game development. And that means we deal with everything from game programming to game design, artists, musicians. And over the semester, we host a lot of game development related activities. So in the past, we had stuff like game industry alumni talks. We had like workshops for Unity, game physics. And this semester, we plan to do a lot more playtest for a game that we make in our game builder studio. And that is a subgroup of game builders where we come together and make a game together over a semester. And like I said, we have a lot of roles. It's not just programmers, but programmers are very welcome. And overall, we like to geek out and have fun together because we're all video gamers. Yeah. So these are some of the photos from the past activities that we had. That was like the alumni career panel from last semester. We had a lot of cool alumni. They're currently working in like places like Ravensoft, if you play Call of Duty. And we also had some alumni from Epic Games. So it was very nice talking to them. And and that's one of the, on the left was like the game trivia night that we had last week. And we together was the first meeting of the semester. It was super fun. And it was also like a soft launch of the studio this year. And on the right, that's like a game from last semester. We made like an Overcooked inspired video game. And currently the Game Boat members are setting up the table on the room next door. So if you'd like to try it out, please come by to the Game Builders table. And this is the second game we've ever made in the studio. The first one will be also available to play on the table. But this semester, the design team is already recruited, and we've already had like an idea of a game that we want to make. We're probably going to make a horror game. So if you're interested, make sure to scan the QR code a bit later. Okay, but yeah, so scan this QR code if you're interested in joining the studio or joining game builders. But if you're enthusiastic about game development, definitely come meet us at the table next door. Yeah.
Thank you, game builders. Up next, we have Siglug.
Hi everyone, I'm Chen Hao from SIGLUG. So GLUG stands for the GNU Linux User Group. We are not like a alcohol drinking SIG or whatever. Yeah, so if you don't know what Linux is, it's just another operating system like Windows, Mac OS. So if you have ever heard of Ubuntu, Arch Linux, Fedora, these are popular Linux distributions, right? So before we go on and tell you what we do, let me dispel some myths about what we are not. So yesterday I asked Google, what do Linux users do? And this was the first result, right? But yeah, I mean, I guess the answer is we don't. But like we're not, most of us are not Windows haters. We don't browse the internet from a terminal and watch YouTube. And we don't make everything from scratch and spend 5 hours trying to install Google Chrome, okay? So what do we actually do? We are the interest group of people who use Linux or people who don't use Linux but are interested in Linux. We have Windows users and Mac OS users as well in our club. And well, more of like why we choose to use Linux. I mean, like other than us being weird, it's also a good like power tool, right? Linux or like the Unix family of tools helps you to streamline your development, and they're actually very effective in helping you troubleshoot and do problem solving in the software world. Other than that, is to support open source software where volunteers work on open source software, and it's about the users more than the corporations. Another thing is that Linux is highly customizable. So here's a picture of a custom Linux desktop. So if you happen to not get an internship over summer, you can spend your summer trying to fix your Linux computer and, you know, make it look nice. Yeah. So what else do we do in our weekly meetings? We have presentations about Linux tips and tricks, open source applications, personal projects from our members, and systems related topics. So like, can I have a show of hands who know what Docker is? Okay, so who knows what a virtual machine is? And who knows what is the difference between Docker and a virtual machine? Right, so I think most of you don't know what's that anymore. So if you want to find out more about systems related topics, come for GLUG. We have a few guest speakers this semester, and we have an open source game night where we play like a terrible looking Mario Kart. Yeah. So when do we meet? We meet every Wednesday from 6 to 7 in Civil 1404. The first meeting is tomorrow evening, and we are beginner friendly. We are running an intro to Linux series, but we are also a grad student friendly place. Okay, like I think quite a few of our members are also grad students. So yeah, scan the QR code to join our Discord if you're interested, and see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you, SIGLUG. Next up, we have SIGGRAPH.
Hi, everyone. My name is Athena.
My name is Jeffrey.
And today we're presenting on SIGGRAPH. So what is SIGGRAPH? It's a special interest group for computer graphics. It takes a look at using techniques and technologies in order to make things on the screen look really cool. Essentially, you see it being used in like virtual reality, computer animation, and also animated movies and so much more. There are a variety of different subfields within computer graphics. This includes stuff like rendering, ray tracing, physics simulation, 3D modeling, animation and visual effects, and a lot more. Beyond UIUC, SIGGRAPH is also a nationwide organization and also has an annual conference as well that is really cool. And regardless of your skill level, if you have even the tiniest interest in both the technical and or the art side of computer graphics, then SIGGRAPH is the SIG for you.
Yeah, so a few things that we did last year. We had a Unity/Blender projects going on. We had like an intro to ray tracing and also OpenGL, if anyone knows what that is. And we also made a headset for like augmented reality that we have a quick
small demo at our booth today. So if you guys are interested, it's a very heavy work in progress. So we would love to have people who are interested to come like further develop that. I don't know if we have a meeting time set yet, but if you guys join our Discord, that's where we operate on primarily. So we'll announce that as soon as we figure that out. And yeah, since SIGGRAPH is just like such a massive field and it intersects with like physics, math, systems, AI, etc., we want to know what you guys are interested in, and then from there we'll kind of figure out how we want to run our RSI this semester. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, SIGGRAPH. You can bring it. All right, now we're gonna have a quick 5-minute break. All of our attendees, feel free to stay seated where you are. If you need to go to the bathroom, feel free to go, come back. Thank you to all of our presenters. You guys can proceed next door. The second half of our presentation will resume in a couple of minutes, so make sure to be back by then. Everyone, welcome back. Let's get settled. Take your seats.
Just a quick announcement about pizza and food afterwards. We're going to be dismissing y'all in waves. So people roughly at like the front half of the room at the end of that like guard over there, y'all will be going first. It'll be facilitated there. There's a single file line system. It'll be very clear once you get in there. And then we'll be dismissing the people at the back.
Thank you. All right. Up first after our break, we have SIG HPC.
Hello? Okay.
Hello, testing. Everyone can hear me, right? Sounds good.
All right, great. So we'll first introduce ourselves. My name is Dhruv. I'm a junior in computer engineering.
And I'm Sognik. I'm also a junior in computer engineering.
And we're really excited to present our brand new SIG to you guys, SIG HPC for high performance computing. So we're really excited to show you guys this. All right, cool.
Anyways, so this is our new Discord link. Pretty fancy QR code if you ask. So yeah, feel free to sign that. All right. Everyone ready? All right, great.
Okay, great. So the focus of our SIG is predominantly on efficiently processing large quantities of information for massive computer systems. If you guys have heard about NVIDIA and the strides that they've been making in this arena this past year, or actually for the past decade, really, you guys might be familiar with this, and we're definitely going to be talking about them a lot. We're going to be working with GPUs, graphical processing units, and we're learning about distributed systems, which Sognik will cover extensively. Really, we want to just do a case study of the cutting edge research done in this and the technology that's on the market right now. And we just want to cultivate good programming practices regarding this topic. So we're really excited to show you this.
And for those who are ECE in the audience, don't worry. We got a lot of hardware stuff for you guys too. So everyone's included. So obviously one of our biggest units, as we've mentioned before, has to do with the recent rise of NVIDIA and their parallel programming, how their GPU stuff works. So we're going to cover a lot of GPU programming, such as like CUDA, and also how GPU architecture works in general. This is actually anyone in the audience taking CS483 or ECE 408? Great. So you might recognize this diagram. This is a streaming multiprocessor from the GPU we use in the lab, which is the NVIDIA Titan V, and it uses the Volta architecture. So compared to a CPU, which is normally designed to make one thread move as fast as possible, we got a lot of medium to low power cores that could generate a lot of throughput. So as we could see, we have a lot of cores, such as like tensor cores, which are specialized for AI acceleration. And we have a lot of cores that process floats, such as 64-bit floats, integers, 32-bit floats. And yeah, we're going to cover how all of this architecture works in SIG HPC. So this semester, we're going to focus on cloud computing and cluster computing. We're going to learn how load balancers work. How does your EC2 instance actually manage to compute things without having to rely on your own computer's architecture? And on that note, we're also going to be covering cluster computing, how Dockerfile works, how Kubernetes works. And we're going to also cover a lot of the research that's currently being done in this field, because a lot of developments that are happening here, we want everyone to be aware of it. So we're also going to be covering workshops like CUDA for our GPU unit, and that's going to hopefully start by next semester. Yeah. Meetings are planned from Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. The room is yet to be decided, but now that you guys joined the Discord, just keep watching the announcement channels. We'll have more updates. We're planning on starting as soon as possible. So yeah, it's kind of it for us.
Thank you, SIG HPC. Up next, we have SIG ICPC.
Okay, so hi, I'm Daniel.
Hi, I'm Ryan. So quick raise of hands in the room. Who here has been a part of either like a math team, science Olympiad, robotics, or competitive programming in high school? Don't be shy, we're all nerds here. All right, so Daniel.
Okay, so basically ICPC stands for the Intercollegiate Programming Contest, and it's basically a international competition where, you know, college students compete and solve problems. Okay, so this semester we're having weekly meetings from on Wednesdays from 4 to 6, and also side meetings on Saturday from generally it's 1 to 4, but it varies depending on the mock contest that we're doing on that particular weekend.
So during these meetings, we'll be running mock contests. We'll have problems of all varying levels. Everyone is welcome to join no matter what your experience in competitive programming is. A lot of our goal is to just get you used to these types of problems, see problems in a different way, and just get better at them. There's a lot of applications with these problems and like technical interviews where this is basically LeetCode on steroids. So.
In addition, the skills from LeetCode are basically directly analogous to the skills that you learn from, you know, participating in ICPC. So, you know, it's a good way to buff yourself for incoming technical interviews that you might have in the future. Yeah, so if you haven't scanned the QR code yet, we'll give you like a moment for that, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, here we have a couple photos of our last successes in our contests in recent years. We typically send a team to the World's Contest every year. We're hoping to send another team this year. So, yeah.
That's about it. Yep. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, SIG ICPC. Up next, we have Signal.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Sumit. I'm James, and our co-chair Jerry is here in spirit, and we are Signal. So we are ACM's premier SIG for natural language learning, which you may better know as natural language processing. And I'm just curious, show of hands, who here has used ChatGPT or GPT-4 or some sort of large language model like that? Yeah, okay, I thought so. Okay. And even if you haven't, you've probably used NLP technologies without even knowing it. For example, grammar checking or email spam detection or you know, word prediction on your iPhone. Whenever you type in your text, you see like those 3 options for the prediction of what word comes next. And those are all NLP technologies. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, then we invite you to come join Signal. And if you have absolutely no experience, that's not an issue. We hold workshops and lectures to kind of teach you the fundamentals, and we'll kind of work our way up to more advanced topics such as transformers and large language models, which is kind of the stuff with the most hype around it right now. We'll also delve into other topics. NLP is kind of a broad field, and we won't just focus on, you know, the GPTs and the stuff that's trendy right now. And we hope to have at least one speaker event this year where we invite someone to present about their NLP research or an interesting project that they've done. And we also encourage members to do the same, to volunteer for these speaker events as well.
So yeah, if any of that sounded interesting to you, make sure to join our Discord. The link is up there. We'd love to have you. Our first meeting is next Monday from 6 to 7 at Siebel CS room 1304. So make sure to swing by, and yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, and make sure to join the Discord too.
Yeah, join the Discord.
QR code's up there for you to scan.
Join. All right, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Signal. Up next, we have Sigma.
Just died.
You can unlock. There's no password.
Oh. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Anakin, and I'm the president of Sigma, the special interest group for math and algorithms. We are a community for those who are interested in mathematics and the theoretical side of computer science. And our goal is to introduce people into loving this stuff and why it's interesting and go far beyond into topics that you won't see in the classroom. While you're listening to me, go ahead and scan that QR code. Our first meeting is going to be Monday, 4 p.m. In Siebel Center for CS in room 1302. And we're going to start talking about error correcting codes, which is the math and algorithms behind why you can scan that QR code and it works perfectly well, even though there's a logo covering up some of the pixels. And why you can send information online and be sure that when you send your credit card, that it doesn't transmit as the wrong number. All this stuff is going to be the kind of stuff that we are going to cover throughout the semester. And if you want to meet people who are also interested in math and theoretical CS, our Discords and meetings are a great way to do that. We hope to see you there.
Thank you, Sigma. Up next, we have Sig Mobile.
Hello, my name is Adrian. I'm the current chair of SIG Mobile. The other chair is not here, but this is the mobile development club for ACM. We more primarily focus on React Native and Flutter development for full stack applications. These work for iOS, Android, and even web. So we have tons of workshops for beginners as well as people from all skill levels. I created an entire lesson plan on GitHub, as well as I'm currently working on a website for people of all skill levels to work on. We have projects ranging from a carpool app to a bus app. So you're able to create your own new projects or work on these existing projects. As you can kind of see on the GIFs, these are just some brief demonstrations of the apps as a work in progress. We work on full stack, like I mentioned earlier, with like Firebase, MongoDB as our backend, and having GCP and other middle ends, as well as like I said, React and Flutter as our front end. So there is an appeal to all levels of applications. And next slide. Oh, whoops. Okay. So we meet on Tuesdays in Siebel 1302 from 5 to 6:30 p.m. And it'll start next week on the 12th, since today's open house. We have guest speaker events as well as a corporate sponsor where we're planning to go to Bloomington to meet with them, learn about more of the enterprise level development, as well as seeing how these React Native apps work in person and at a larger scale, as well as having Q&A sessions with people that work with Flutter and React Native about how the whole development process works, and any questions you guys have in person. You can ski on the QR code right there to join our Discord for more information. We also have a GitHub organization with all our projects you can find on the Discord and see all the projects we have created and are currently working on, as well as ask me any questions. So yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sig Mobile. Up next, we have Sig Music.
I just need to hit it once. Very cool. Awesome. This one works. Hey everyone, what's up? How many of you like listening to music? Show of hands. Hopefully it should be everyone here. How many of you have listened to something that was just so bad, like 100 Gex or a SoundCloud rapper, and just went, man, that was shit. I can make better music than that. Any of you done that? Well, this is SIG Music, Special Interest Group for Music. We continue the storied tradition of audio computing and computer music at U of I by doing all sorts of fun music projects revolving around AI research, a lot of audio production stuff. So if you like filters, we'll make a lot of filters. We do projects in both C++ and Python. So if you hate memory management like me, we have more projects in store for you that don't involve memory management. And
Yeah.
I'm Evan. I'm a first year master's student here. Just finished my undergrad in CS plus music.
Hi, I'm Arohi. I'm a junior here, and I'm doing just CS. No music for me, unfortunately, which is why I do this so that I get to connect with the fun stuff happening on the music side of UIUC. Some of the things that we've done in the past include audio synthesis, algorithmic composition, and this was both kind of using AI and also just kind of regular algorithms, interactive music simulations, audio plugins. So if y'all play like instruments, you kind of feel like, what if I had a really particular filter to make the exact sound that I want? That's something that you can make once you kind of have some fun with us. We meet on Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Please check the Discord for more information on where we'll be meeting. We kind of stay up to date on the Discord. Any new information will be up there. So do join the Discord.
Yes, if you enjoy listening to music, which is everyone here, QR code right there for you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sig Music. Up next, we have Sig Plan.
Hello, I am Timothy. I am one of the co-chairs of SIGPlan, and we do everything related to programming languages. So that's both the math and theory behind programming languages, as well as the implementation side of things as well. So this semester, we're going to be talking about program synthesis for the first few meetings, which is about automatically generating programs given a specification of what the program should do. So if that sounds interesting, you can come check us out. Our first meeting is actually tomorrow. Usually they're Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m. at Siebel 1302. And we are completely beginner friendly. No background experience is needed at all. We try to be very accommodating to like people with no background at all. You can join our Discord with the QR code or the link. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Sig Plan. Up next, we have Sig Policy. Hi, we're SIG Policy, the special interest group for policy and ethics in ACM. We do two things. I try to make alliteration, but it didn't work. So first thing we do is we discuss software-related current events. So Theranos will touch upon the fact that Zuckerberg and Elon Musk want to fight each other. We might talk about that. Not entirely sure. We will debate potential solutions to a lot of ethical dilemmas and problems. We research existing software laws. And if you're in CS and you don't necessarily know if coding is the thing you want to do, you don't necessarily know if you want to go to an industry, we present an alternative where you can actually learn about the societal implications of what you do and how you can help fix the world or change the world, which is very high-minded. But to give you an example of what our meetings look like, I want to tell you a story. This is purely hypothetical. But about, let's say, 30 years ago, I created a chocolate shop. And it was a really, really good chocolate shop. I made a ton of money on my chocolate shop. And then this thing called social media came out on Facebook and Reddit, and some anonymous person started like slandering me. And it went down like really poorly. All my grandkids were super sad. My cousin stopped talking to me, all because of this anonymous person. So I went to all these social media sites and I was like, hey, can we like take this down? They entirely ignored me. It was like awful. So now I'm thinking, my life is ruined. I need to sue somebody. I need to recoup some of my losses. And so the thing is, I have no idea who this anonymous person is. Reddit and Facebook aren't helping me. And so I'm thinking we should sue Reddit and Facebook. And so at this point in the meeting, I have to ask everybody, do you guys agree with me? Should I sue these social media companies? Give me a yes or no. Yeah? No? Wait, what? Raise your hand if you think yes. Okay. Raise your hand if you think no. Wait, why do people not agree with this? Yeah, can someone tell me why no? Yes.
There's a user that's causing the problem, not the companies themselves.
Okay, it's a user's problem, but the companies aren't helping and the companies are aiding and abetting. Who says yes? Anybody who thinks that I should sue? Yes.
The company isn't sharing information about the user who harmed you.
the company's not helping me, and like my entire family's so divided over this. And so the law actually has a very clear-cut definition, which is
So under current US law, you wouldn't actually be able to sue those social media companies because they aren't liable for what users post on their platforms. And the social media companies didn't post it themselves. The law in question is called Section 230 of the Communications and Decency Act. If you want to learn more about that, we will discuss it at length in our meetings. That QR code points to our Discord, and
Yeah.
we will be meeting on Monday or Wednesday from 6 to 7 in Everett or Siebel.
Yep. And then just keep a lookout for time and location. We're probably going to start the week of the 18th, but we get into some of the nitty-gritty things that are quite interesting to talk about. So thank you all.
Thank you, SIG Policy. Up next, we have SIG Pony.
How do we
Who has the slide thing?
change slide?
Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. We are SIG Pony. We are the largest ACM SIG. We're the SIG for information security. We will teach you how to hack. Oh, can I start this off with a question? Who thinks hacking is cool? Raise your hand. Okay. Now, raise your hand if you don't know how to hack. Okay. I want to see every single one of you at our next meeting. So we meet twice a week. We meet Thursdays from 7 to 8. This is our main meeting. So it's going to be 15 minutes of us teaching you how to hack and 45 minutes of you guys breaking into stuff that we set up for you guys. So our next meeting is Web Hacking 1. I really recommend everyone come out. Sundays is more seminar style content. We'll go dive deeper into everything we talked about on Thursdays.
Okay, hello everyone. If there's one thing I want to see you take your phone out for, it is signing up for this. It is Fall CTF 2023. It is our annual hacking competition for UIUC students. It's made for beginners, so if you don't know anything about cybersecurity, we welcome you to attend. It's challenges designed for beginners. We have amazing prizes, and we split people into like beginner and advanced divisions. We have like a ton of companies who are coming out specifically to recruit students. So even if you don't care about cybersecurity at all, come out to talk to companies like HRT, like John Deere. A bunch of other companies are going to be there, and my mind is blanking. And we also have like free pizza, free shirts, and we also will have electronic badges for the first 350 people that sign up. So I want everyone to, like, if you haven't like already scanned the QR code to like sign up for this, we want you there. Cool. And now this is Daniel. He will be hacking PrairieLearn.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with PrairieLearn, it's a platform that we use for exams and homework. And here I have PrairieLearn set up with 2 courses, one where I'm a TA and another where I'm just a student. And PrairieLearn has a feature where TAs and instructors can see like logs for a particular student's assessment. And this is what it looks like. So you can see someone began it and then they viewed it. And then whenever you start a new question, the question details are also logged. And in there, there's also the answer. So if we go to the course where I'm just a regular student, this is another assessment homework, and I can take that assessment ID and then pass it to that API feature. And then now we get the logs of the assessment of that completely other course. And then here's a random question. And according to the logs, that's the correct answer. So there we go. And the reason why this works is because PrairieLearn accepts that course ID and it checks if you're a TA or instructor for that course, but it also accepts that assessment ID. And it doesn't check if that assessment ID is actually linked to the course or not.
Everyone give it up for Daniel. So if you haven't scanned the link to our Discord already, please join. It's the best way to stay up to date with everything we do, including all of our meetings, fall CTF, and just like general shenanigans. You want to be at our next meeting, come out. It's this Thursday. We will see you all there. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Sig Pony. Up next, we have Sig Quantum.
Yeah. Just take it.
Hello, my name is George, and I'm here to talk to you about one of the applications of one of the most elegant theories in physics, quantum computing. We have 100 years of theory, and what do we have? We've completely broken modern cryptography. We're able to do simulations, pharmaceuticals, drugs, materials science, answer some of the most unanswered questions in physics and computer science. And you, dear audience, hear this and you think, huh, this quantum computing stuff is pretty neat. And it is, you're right. But let me get a show of hands. How many of you are grad students? One. Hi, Anusha. Although, that's what I thought. No, one grad student in the audience. So we have iQuest on campus, which is targeted towards grad students. And we do a lot of cool research. But the problem is, it's a little bit hard if you're an undergraduate, such as myself. Enter Sig Quantum, a beginner-friendly quantum computing discussion group at UIUC.
Yeah, so we have a lot of activities. For example, quantum and tea. Did you guys hear about Schrödinger yesterday when you went to the cat? No, not that kind of tea. We do a quantum and tea discussion where we have tea and biscuits and we discuss everything related to quantum computing, any fun topics that any of you want to discuss probably. Could be quantum chemistry, could be teleportation, could be cryptography. We are open to everything. One of our other things are workshops. So we do a lot of seminars on, there are a lot of quantum computing resources out there. For example, Qiskit, which is the IBM's research, or Pennylane. And they do have live quantum computers that we can access, and we can run our code on quantum computers right now. And we have workshops for that. We teach that. Apart from that, we have a lot of professors and graduate students coming in. They present their research. So it's like some niche topic, and they would tell you a lot about it, but it is all accessible to undergrads, and they tone it down for you. So you don't need to know lineage or anything complex to know this. It's just fun meetings. We are open to any suggestions. If you want to present, you can do that. And that's pretty much what we enjoy here.
Right, so if any of that sounds appealing to you guys, our Discord QR code is right over there. Likewise, there's a small solicitation. We're trying to put together a quantum themed hackathon right now. So if any of you are web devs, we would love to have your volunteering efforts on the team. So go to those two codes over there. And, thanks.
Thank you so much, Sig Quantum. Next, we're going to be introducing some of our partner orgs. While these organizations are not particularly part of ACM, there's some amazing RSOs that we work with here at UIUC that we'd like to highlight. Up first, we have Women in Computer Science.
Hi, guys. Before I start talking about women in CS, if you know actually, does anyone here not know about women in computer science? Can you raise your hand? A couple hands. Okay, so we've done pretty good. We've done pretty good getting the word out. Go ahead and scan that QR code if you want to join our Slack. That is one of the best ways to keep in touch with us. We post all our updates when we do company coffee chats, mentoring events, socials. We have a lot of good free food at our stuff. So I'd highly recommend that you scan that because that's the way you get the updates. But who are we? Oh. Is it? Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. You'd think I'd be able to be good at this. I'm in tech. But what's our goal? We want to create a community of women, non-binary individuals, honestly, pretty much anyone who is interested in making the workplace and just tech in general a safe and equitable workplace. Honestly, that's a low bar. Like, you believe that everyone should be able to do what they love in tech, regardless of who they are, you know, and that's pretty fair. We have no official membership process. I want to stress this. You don't have to be a woman to be part of Women in CS. You don't have to be in CS to be part of Women in CS. You just have to like CS and, you know, feel like everyone should be treated fairly. Again, low bar, you should join. But Ananya, you say, I heard committee apps already closed. How can I still get involved? So we do have a couple of ways to still get involved. And again, you're welcome to come to all our events. We have some corporate stuff coming up this week and next week and the week after that. So you're looking to hire for internships. They're looking to hire for full-time. So you should definitely be coming out to those. But we do also have Code Ada, which is our annual hackathon. And this is specifically for women and non-binary individuals. And the reason why I'd really, really recommend you guys come out to this is because it's so beginner friendly. I know when I came into the school, I was super freaked out. I'd never done a hackathon before. I ended up winning an award at Codata, and that was kind of crazy. I would highly recommend you guys scan that QR code and join. There's free food. We have a bunch of workshops. We have networking events with companies. So highly, highly recommend you join Codata. It's such a great experience. And if hacking really isn't your thing, but you're like, hey, I want to talk to some upperclassmen. I don't really know what courses to take. I just kind of want to ask someone where I should buy my winter coat, whatever it is. We also have a mentorship program called Bits and Bytes. You can sign up as a bit. So bits are our freshmen typically. You have so many questions. Feel free to get paired up. We will go ahead and match you with Bytes and Family Heads. So these are upperclassmen who have been in your shoes before. They want to answer all your questions. So if you're interested in being a Byte or a Family Head, you're like, hey, I remember coming into the school. I want to just answer some questions. I want to help some people out. Go ahead and scan that. Again, we're going to have food at all these events. We're going to have swag. So I'd highly, highly recommend you guys go ahead, scan that QR code, sign up. That's everything from me. If you have questions, I'll be in the table in the next room. But thanks for listening.
Thank you, WCS. Next, we have Girls Who Code.
Hello, everyone. This is Girls Who Code. Basically, what we do is we teach local middle school and high school students various computer science concepts. So some of the things we've done in the past are run Arduino workshops or text-based adventure games. Those are just two of the things we did last semester. This semester, we'll mostly be focusing on actually teaching the concepts. So yeah, if you're familiar at all with computer science, it's a great way to kind of practice explaining those concepts to other people. Some of the other opportunities we have for involvement are helping develop the curriculum that we teach. So we don't use the official national Girls Who Code curriculum. We develop our own because, I mean, it's a great school that we go to. We are all qualified enough to do that. Another kind of opportunity is our Women in Tech Spotlight speaker. So if you know a woman who is inspirational, or if you are one, it's a quick 10-minute presentation about that. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm Somya. It's that first email there. Yeah, our meetings are on Sundays from 12:30 to 3 in Siebel. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Girls Who Code. Up next, we have Women in Cybersecurity.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sophia. I'm Abby, and we are Women in Cybersecurity. Are you interested in diving into the exciting realm of cybersecurity, or interested in learning about the newest security threats and trends? Or if you're just interested in learning what a capture the flag challenge is, we highly recommend that you check us out.
Yeah, so we are women in cybersecurity, but we are an RSO that's open to all experience levels, genders, and majors. So if you're at all interested, you're welcome to join.
We host technical workshops every other Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. at Siebel CS room 1302. And these technical workshops are hands-on, interactive, and beginner-friendly. So if you're interested in topics like the role of AI in cybersecurity, ethical hacking, or cryptography, please do come out and stop by.
We also have some fun corporate events. So we network with professional cybersecurity employees, and we also have some fun professional development events. So please come check those out.
And lastly, we also host several very cool web development X security projects for those that are interested in gaining more hands-on project and technical experience. So you'll be able to develop skills such as React and Node.js, as well as be able to develop a cybersecurity game for engineering open house and help us revamp our website.
Yeah, so if that sounds interesting to you guys, please go ahead and scan the QR code here. Sign up for our newsletter. That's where all of the important information will be. But we also have a Discord community, and you can find out some more information about the different projects we're working on. So yeah.
Yeah, so our next meeting is an introduction to cybersecurity workshop on Monday, September 11th from 6 to 7 p.m. And we are open to all majors, genders, and experience levels. So if you're interested in diving into that realm of cybersecurity, please do come out and join us. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Women in Cybersecurity. Up next, we have open source at Illinois.
Hi, everyone. My name is Akshita,
And I'm Abhinav.
and we're part of Open Source at Illinois. So our main mission and goal is to empower developers and engineers to contribute to the tools that they rely on. And at our org, you can look forward to three main things. You can grow your technical skills and make your own open source contributions through one of our open dev projects, which Abhinav can talk about later. And most importantly, you don't have to be coding since you were 5 months old to join. So in other words, we're totally beginner friendly. And most importantly, you can meet some cool people who are passionate about open source, at our org.
Okay, so I'll just speak a bit about OpenDev, which is our project team. The basic idea of OpenDev is that we want to create a space to create new open source projects. The projects themselves, they will be chill, they will be low commitment. It can be as much time as you want to put into it. Our emphasis is on good practices, good open source practices, making it easy for others to contribute, and for third parties to even come in and contribute as open source contributors. The main two pillars we're working on is working with a fixed goal in mind. By the end of this semester, you need to have a project ready, and you have something to show on your resume, on your GitHub. And the second pillar is that we want to ensure that each team member is able to contribute. We want to make sure that whoever wants to put in time can put in time and can be a valuable member of the team. So we have 4 teams. We have an AI team where we're building upon existing open source technologies. Llama is an open source large language model. We'll be using that and customizing it towards UIUC by providing feeding information about courses and campus and all the things that ChatGPT can't tell you about. We have an ECE team where we're building our own single board computer. Think Raspberry Pi, but open source and built by you. We have an applications team where we're building upon an existing fully open source software. Basically, you can use your phone as a webcam for your desktop. It's an existing application, but it doesn't work great. We're going to work to improve it. And the last team is our web team. In the web team, we get to work with some of OSI's existing projects, the OSI website, an application called Cherry, which helps make schedules and pick gen eds. And it'll also be a great chance for you to learn about modern technologies like Docker and microarchitectures and all of that. So yeah, if you want to learn something by doing open dev projects are the perfect place to start.
So we have some events, exciting events coming up this semester. We have our info session tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Everett 3117. So if you want to learn more about what we do and ways you can get involved, you should definitely show up for that. We've got our Get Good workshop, APIs, web dev, some workshops covering those, Hacktoberfest, some fun socials, and also a cool panel where you can, talk to other professors and researchers and see what open source is like, in a career. Basically, if you guys want to work on some cool projects and meet some cool people in a collaborative and creative environment, then this is a really nice and fun club to join. So we hope to see all of you guys there. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Osai. Up next, we have Sale.
All right, hi. We're Sale. I'm one of the co-directors, Spencer.
And I'm Helen. And we're Sale. I don't know what it stands for, but what we do is we host an annual event for high schoolers to come here and learn like kind of what it's like to be a CS student at UIUC.
All right, so yeah, so she just kind of explained what we do in April. So that's our whole full-time event. So we're looking for mostly freshmen and sophomores to be a part of our marketing, logistics, and design teams. And so you'll be able to get a lot of experience working with a team. And I can give you a little more background on each of those teams. So the marketing team is going to be geared towards recruiting more high schoolers to come to SAIL in April, recruiting UIUC students to come teach classes to those high schoolers, and just general outreach. Logistics deals with like a lot of day of kind of stuff. George over there was on a logistics team last year. He did a great job. So that's dealing with like buses and you know, all those kind of logistics kind of stuff. And then design team's gonna be working on the Figmas for our website, the general designs of our website, and our decorations, all that kind of stuff. Instagram posts.
Yeah, and I really want to emphasize that if you are a freshman or sophomore and you want to get experience or get involved in the community, this is a great place to start. And yeah.
We were on the marketing team last year, and now we're co-directors. So you could be us in 1 year if you're really dedicated. And so please apply. Application closes on Friday. So yeah, just apply, be on our team. We'd love to have you. And lots of free merch. I'm serious about that. We have lots of merch. Come visit our booth. You can vote on our theme poll and get a free shirt. So please come visit us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sail. All right, everybody, that concludes our formal presentations for ACM Open House. Before anyone goes anywhere, we are going to be dismissing everyone for pizza in just a second here, but a few important things that we wanted to remind you all of. One, we cannot have food in this room, so if you are eating, it has to be next door or outside of the SIF. And then up next, we will be dismissing Rose in just a second. We're gonna have everyone stay seated for 2 minutes. All of our presenters, please head next door, get to your tables. Yeah. Okay, so for dismissal, do you wanna go stand at the midpoint? Awesome. So thank you everyone for staying patient. Does everyone see Aiden, our ACM's vice chair? Awesome. If you are standing in a row that is in front of him, please head out these double doors on the front to the left and get in line for pizza. There is a line. Stay on the left side of that line. Thank you. And please do not run. There's more than enough pizza. For everyone standing behind where Aiden is right now, we will dismiss you in 5 minutes. There is, like I said, a ton of pizza. We ordered like over 100 boxes. But please stay seated so that our line does not get clogged up. Thank you. I was gonna come back here to let everyone know to get in line, but looks like everyone figured it out. But thank you all so much for coming to open house, and we'll see you next door.